suspect that your child's teacher is bullying your child says his teacher shouts at him or embarrasses him in front of the class. Each school morning he doesn't want to go to school or says he feels sick. He used to do well in school, but his grades are dropping. What do you do if you suspect your child's teacher is bullying him? You're listening to the Renewed Mama Podcast. I'm Kimberly Mutar, and I help mamas like you stay renewed. As your host, my mission is simple. I help you renew your thoughts that are on repeat while you wash dishes or fold laundry. I help you renew the words you say to yourself and to your children when it's the best day ever and when it spirals into chaos, temper tantrums, and sibling fights. I am your coach helping you to renew how you respond so that you keep showing up as the mama you want to be. Do you know that the Renewed Mama Podcast is on YouTube and Rumble? Do you sometimes feel like you want to talk to a friend while you wash dishes or chop veggies? If you'd like to laugh along with me as if we were sitting across from each other, then I invite you to push play and watch the podcast on YouTube or Rumble. I have been sharing a 6-episode series on labeling our children. In episode 83 called Stop Labeling Children, How Negative Labels Hurt, Bailey shared how she came home with bruises from an abusive kindergarten teacher. She didn't stay long in that class, but when she was diagnosed with ADHD in first grade, verbal abuse continued with the bad kid label and being called too loud, too energetic, too wild, too strong-headed, and stupid. In grade 4, she and 3 other classmates were told to stand in front of the class with their backs to the class as the class called them outcasts. Those negative labels unfortunately became Bailey's identity and stayed with her even into adulthood. Perhaps you suspect that your child is experiencing the same emotional and verbal negative shaming, mistreatment in the classroom as Bailey did. I want to share 5 tips for what you can do if your child is experiencing emotional or verbal bullying by another adult, such as a teacher. By emotional and verbal bullying by a teacher, I mean demeaning remarks, shouting, or repeated discipline without cause. If another student is bullying your child and the teacher does not step in to stop it, or they even join in on the bullying, that's emotional and verbal bullying. If a teacher calls your child out or gives negative evaluations in front of the class to embarrass him, that's emotional and verbal bullying. 45% of teachers admit to bullying their students. Wow, that's almost half of teachers. So what can you do? First, get the full story. Listen to your child and ask them to explain what they are experiencing in the classroom. Get as many details as you can so that you can better understand the situation. Lean forward, look him in the eyes and say, Let them talk. If there is a long silence, just wait. Let them know with your patient and gentle body language that you care, and you'll sit with them in their feelings of anger, pain, hurt, and shame. That's providing them with emotional support. Ask questions to better understand what happened. Don't minimize, downplay, or deny their experiences in the classroom. It's a big deal to them. You were not in the classroom to see what went on, but it happened to your child, so it's important to him. And you want him to feel safe coming to you in the future. Remember that you are hearing one side of the story at this point. So don't get all mama bear, heated, and riled up. Be unbiased, patient in getting the entire story that you can. so that you can piece it all together. The clearer picture you can get, the easier it will be to get help and to find a resolution. Write it all down. Keep a record of the date, the time, what your child said, and who is present. Next, talk to the teacher. As I said before, while what your child experiences is important, there's always two sides to the story. Could it be that something was taken the wrong way? A teacher may not realize how what they say or do comes across to their students. Maybe they think they're being constructive and positive, but it came across to the child's perspective as negative. Your child could have taken what the teacher said the wrong way because they already felt frustrated or sad or angry with their schoolwork. And why is it so hard? Consider, could it be miscommunication of some form? I mean, let's be real, Mama. Miscommunication happens at home too. You try to encourage your kids and challenge them to grow and mature in an area of their life, or you're just trying to help them with their homework, and it ends up in tears and shouting and a big misunderstanding, right? Is there anyone who doesn't need to keep learning and improving their communication skills? So if communication or a misunderstanding took place, it is important for the teacher to clear this up with your child, not just with you as the parent. You as the parent, your child, and the teacher all need to be on the same page. That way you avoid the he said, she said scenario. Consider this. Is it possible that you, as the parent, heard the version of what happened that your child wanted you to hear? Not really what happened. I'm not saying your child is a liar, but sometimes the whole story isn't told. That's why it is so important to stay level-headed and hear both sides of the story. As much as you possibly can, speak to the teacher in person. Emails and texts are convenient, but things can be misconstrued in an email and text because you can't hear the tone of voice and see body language. Also remember that your child isn't the only child in the classroom. The teacher has good days and bad days, just like students do. Speak with the teacher in a kind, calm, and patient manner so the teacher doesn't get defensive or try to rationalize their behavior or blame a student or refuse to admit any wrongdoing. Your goal is to resolve the bully situation and to keep future dealings with the teacher positive. Let your child know when you are talking to their teacher. You don't want the teacher to continue to mistreat your child after your parent-teacher meeting, and then your child says, I didn't even know you went to talk to them. Now it's worse. If it is possible to record a bullying episode, it is legal to do so as long as the person recording is also obviously present in the room and not hiding somewhere in the room. If nothing changes after speaking with the teacher to resolve things, then a guidance counselor, a vice principal, or principal should be brought in to help. If that is not effective, contact the Board of Education personnel in charge of such matters. If your child is experiencing physical abuse by an adult, a teacher, a coach, or a therapist, this must be taken seriously and make every effort to either end the bullying, the physical abuse, or remove your child from the situation. Use all of the suggestions I mentioned above, but your child's safety is the number one priority. A proactive suggestion for how to have a great relationship with any of your child's teachers, coaches, or dance instructors is to, as early as you can, ideally at the start of the school year or a sports season, talk to the teacher or the coach. Tell them about your child, what he likes, what motivates him. If he is energetic and busy, what helps him to focus and stay engaged? If he struggles in an area, what encourages him and helps him to not give up? If he is quiet and shy, what helps him to feel comfortable and willing to open up? If he talks a lot, what can the teacher say or do so that your child knows when is the right time to talk and when to let a teacher or another classmate talk? When you give your child's teacher this information, you take the guesswork out of who your child is and gets them on your side in helping your child to succeed. Tell the teacher that if she or he notices something come up in the classroom or on the playground, if there's any reinforcement they need from you at home, let you know and you'll talk to your son or to your daughter at home. Work together as a team to support your child. Also, talk to your child as to how they can help their teacher. Say something like, she has a lot of students to look after and to help each day. She gets tired. She has good and bad days too, right? Ask them, what can you do to help Miss so-and-so or Mr. If you notice another child having a hard time, what can you do? If you notice Miss drops papers, can you help her pick them up? If she looks like she's getting frustrated because no one seems to be listening to her, can you give her a smile to cheer her up because you're listening, right? Oh, it's so good to help them learn to become aware of what's going on around them and how they can help their teacher too. One more thing. If your child is experiencing emotional and verbal bullying by a teacher, they feel shame, they were put down, or they had negative labels spoken over them, I encourage you to take these steps to help them to replace the negative labels with truth. Ask your child if he feels the labels are true. If he says, yes, they are true, help him to work through this. Does he want that label as part of his life? Or does he want help to replace it with truth and to create better, healthy habits to overcome that label? If your child believes the label isn't true, help him to come up with a response to people who attempt to label him in the future. What will he choose to think and to say, and how will he respond? You may have heard me talk about Austin's Kids Club. Austin the Hedgehog sends mail to children in the United States and in Canada. Every month he sends mail to their mailbox with their name on it. And one of the postcards that Austin sends helps your children work through what they should think, what they can say, and what they can do when they are being bullied, or in this case, when a friend breaks their toy, or when a sibling hits them, or when someone teases them. You can use this same format to help them take off negative labels that have been put on them in the classroom or by classmates, and then help them replace that with their truth, the right things that they should be thinking and saying about themselves. In the I Am Loved journal, there are 2 teaching pages that will help your children if they are being bullied or if someone is making fun of them. It's called No Thank You, I Don't Receive That. And then there are the pages on forgiveness, where they learn how to forgive and then what to do if they hurt someone else and need to ask for forgiveness. Check out these 2 resources, the I Am Loved journal at speaklifebadges.com, and then Austin the Hedgehog's mailbox subscription at austinskidsclub.com. Encourage your child to draw a picture of what they like about themselves, or tell you about their good qualities. Have them say their good qualities while they look themselves in the mirror and smile at themselves. Have them give themselves a high five when they look in the mirror. Have your child list adjectives that describe who they are as a person. Do all of these activities along with your children to encourage them. All of these ideas will help build a stronger self-belief. I encourage you to listen to episode 55 of the Renewed Mama podcast called What Do I Say When My Child Is Made Fun Of? If you missed any of the other episodes in this 6-part series about labeling our children, I encourage you to go back and listen to them all. Episode 83, we first heard Bailey's story about the negative labels that hurt her as a child. Episode 84, we talked about positive labels and how they can help or hurt your children. Episode 85, we renewed our minds to what God says about us because, as Bailey said, life is miserable living by what others say about you instead of what God says about you. You are listening now to episode 86. In episode 87, we will talk about how to make it right with others when we mess up and place negative labels on them. And in episode 86, Bailey will share more of her story. It's a fantastic conversation. Tune in to that one. All of the links for these episodes are in the show notes. Do you need any help, Mama? Do you have a parenting question, or you just can't seem to get up and out of the tired, chaotic, run-down, shouting mama rut you are in? Is it more like you are surviving or just barely making it through each day? Then register now for Renewed Mama Coaching. Let's talk through your specific frustration, what you've already tried saying and doing that isn't working, and what you can try instead. I am your Renewed Mama Coach. You don't have to do it alone or to feel alone in motherhood. It's so much better working through it together. Go to renewedmamacoaching.com and book your first coaching session now. Thank you for listening to the Renewed Mama podcast. If you know another mama whose child is being bullied by a teacher, please share this episode with them. Would you take 1 minute right now to leave a review for the show on Apple Podcasts? This helps more mamas find the show and be renewed too. Thank you. I appreciate you. I care about you. Your mama's success, your parenting success, the abundant life you have with your husband and children means everything to me. I'm here for you. For more resources, visit the Renewed Mama podcast, Renewed Mama Coaching, Speak Life Badges, and Austin's Kids Club. Austin the Hedgehog is bringing mailbox fun to your kids. Your children ages 3 to 13 can receive mailbox surprises like activity postcards, happy birthday cards, stickers, crafts, recipe cards, coloring pages, puzzles, special gifts like the I Am Loved journal, a tumbler, Austin's matching happy birthday toque, and so much more from Austin the Hedgehog, straight to your mailbox with their own name on it each month. All teaching life lessons such as helping, using time wisely, how to monitor their own screen time, how to choose the right friends. Being strong means more than just muscles, how to have self-control, and their words are like seeds that will grow into fruit in their life. It is oh so good from Austin the Hedgehog. 2 subscription levels are available. Register your children today at austinskidsclub.com. Words have a powerful influence. It doesn't matter whether they are spoken, written in a text, emailed, memed, heard in a song, or seen on TV. Words can portray life, encouragement, hope, or lies, such as, You'll never be good enough. You'll never be successful. It's too hard. Why even try? I just can't get it like all the smart kids in class. Speak Life Badges helps you change the messages that your children hear and believe. They need to hear your words of life. They need to hear your words that encourage them in who they are as a person and who they can grow to become. Speak Life Badges are sticker award badges with an I am message so that your child owns and believes the truth spoken over them. And while children like being recognized with awards, the lasting influence are the words you speak over your child as you award them with the badge. Sometimes we just don't know how to speak life. Sometimes in frustration we react and say the wrong thing. Speak Life Badges gives you scripts, the words for you to say to your child or student as you award each badge. So that when your child is out on the playground or working through a hard math problem or standing in front of a mirror or comparing themselves to another classmate, when they are faced with truth or the lie about who they are as a person, now the lie won't have any strength or merit. Because they, through you, with the help of Speak Life Badges, have been told that I am strong, I am smart, I can do the hard stuff, I work with excellence, I don't give up, I keep trying, I am teachable. Speak Life Badges is changing mindsets and breaking lies in the hearts of children. Children like Charlotte, who was so proud to wear her I am a great reader badge because no one else had made her feel so happy about her reading before. Or Colton, who was willing to face the hard schoolwork and try again and again until he got it, because he believed the words that were written on his Speak Life badge. I am a champion. Now you can use your words intentionally to speak life over your children using Speak Life Badges.